Hello, I'm Cherie. I'm a massage therapist and I've been practicing for 26 years and I specialize in connective tissue issues, athletes, and injuries. So today we're going to go over how to help your lower body say I love you on a big hike or in everyday life. Today we're going to talk about foot health, leg, knee, and hip health, and things that we can do to help improve how our legs and hips and feet feel through everyday life and out on the trail hiking. Specifically, we need to increase the range of motion in our feet because most people, including about 80% of my clients, have limited range of motion and plantar fasciitis. And that will be an absolute killer for those of us hikers out on the trail. So we want to start with doing simple things like improving our toe flexibility. And these are things that you can do at home and anywhere. So we're going to start by working on flexing our toes and closing them. But here's a great stretch. To stretch out the top of your foot, you want to put your foot down next to your other foot, curling your toes. Now this may be extremely challenging for some of you, so you do the best you can. The goal is not perfection. The goal is improvement. So you put your toes down like this, and then you try and push this part of your ankle into the floor, getting a full stretch that goes, you can actually see the tissue stretching on the front side of my foot and up my calf, all the way to my knee. And then you want to turn your foot, and you can see how the stretch is now coming up towards the inside by the tissues turning white, and then rotate it out and around the other way. And then you also want to extend your toes as far as possible. You want to have the most range of motion through your toes as possible. There's things that you can do at home, little things like missing the clothes basket. Everyone should be picking things up with your toes and throwing them in a basket, picking it up, picking it, oh, I need to stretch these ones. And like this, rotate around, and you can see how all the tissues are stretching in my foot and across the top of my ankle. Now, the next stretch, let's get that out of the way. The next stretch is better with shoes on, but can be done without. You get up to a vertical surface. It could be a tree, a doorway, a table, and you want both feet facing in the same direction, shoulders and hips facing in that same direction. Bring your foot, you gotta bend the one leg so that you can get your foot as high as you possibly can, and then bring your pelvis in towards that vertical object. You can come up on your back foot, because what you're focusing on the stretch is from the knee down on the foot that's, the toes are up. And you come in like this, and then come out. And then you go over and you do the opposite leg. So you bend your leg, get your toes up as far as possible. And then bring your pelvis in. And if you can, get your shoulders back. What is absolutely ineffective is going like this and then this. for a calf and foot stretch. This is a great stretch for your hamstring, but not so much as this is for your foot and your calf. Now, we also want to go over stretches for the hamstrings because they are going to directly affect how your feet perform, because the blood must pass through your legs, through your thighs to get down to your feet. So you want to stand. I do this anywhere with, let's show you without anything. So once again, you just take a half a step forward. You bend your back knee, keeping your front foot on the floor. And then scoot back like you're going to sit down. Your toes can come up a little. And then lean your body forward. And when you get to here, you may feel a little stretch. You may feel a bigger stretch with your foot up. And then you take a few deep breaths and turn your foot all the way out. You're going to feel that stretch go up the back of your leg and into your hip. And then you turn your foot in and you'll feel the stretch go up the other way. And then you come up. Now that works. It's just not as effective as holding on to a horizontal surface and then doing the same thing, because when you get to here, you can straighten your back better when you're holding on to something. So your desk, your table, when I'm out on trail, I will be using every single picnic table I can come across. So you get back like this, and then you bring your chest down towards the horizontal surface, and you really feel a stretch coming from your butt bone all the way down to your knee and into your toes. And you take a few deep breaths, and then you turn your foot out. And remember to keep your lower back straight. You don't want a rotation like this. This is ineffective. So you keep your shoulders and your back straight, turn your foot out, and then turn your foot in. And then you come up and you do the other side. I'm going to do this one a little faster. So you come down, bring your chest towards that horizontal surface, take your breaths, turn your foot out. You really feel it come up the inside of your calf and go to the outside of your leg. And then you turn your foot in and you feel it all the way up the outside of your leg into your hip and your butt. And then you come up. That is one of the best stretches that you can do. Next, we're going to go over different self-therapies. This will be with me out on the trail. I know a lot of people are doing the little balls, and they're great, but this is going to be able to work on multiple parts of your body. You can have it down on the ground and dragging it across the arch of your foot, getting your foot up like that and leaning forward with that pressure on that big toe knuckle, and then moving it across your foot. And you can see how it's hitting on my foot. And then there are other things to help assist foot and calf things while we're out on the trail or when you're at home. At home, we'll go over in a minute, But when we're out on trail, we're not going to be carrying foam rollers and all kinds of other things because we can't. Your hiking and trekking pole is a perfect therapy device. You can hook it up under your leg, and you can either pull up, which is going to be challenging on your shoulders, but you can have it sit on the floor and rotate it and pull up your calf to massage the backs of your calves. And this is great if you're wearing leggings or pants or something, because then you don't have to worry about having to have moisturizer or anything on it. And then you can roll your legs, pulling it up like this to hit all of those wonderful muscles and squeezing all those toxins that get trapped down in your legs up and out. And as you do it, you're going to feel lumps and bumps, and it's going to be slightly painful, but the relief that you will get after from doing this, now you can do the inside, but this is a very, very sensitive area. So you may want to rotate your foot in and come up like this so it's less aggressive and still effective. And this is all for foot and calf health. So that's how we will do stuff that we can improve the health of our connective tissue in our legs so that we can have happy feet. Now, beyond the calves and the feet, our quads directly affect our knees and our hamstrings directly affect our knees. We already went in about stretching the hamstring, but we also have to focus on doing rotational stretches through our hips. So you can get in a position where your legs are at 90s, 90 here, 90 at the knee, 90 at that knee. And you try and sit up and rotate around. A lot of people will not have this range of motion. So you may be here like this, and you got to do your best to try and rotate your body. We're not looking for perfection, but any kind of rotation that you can get will improve how your hips and how your body feels throughout the day. You switch it up and you twist. And the more flexible you are, the further you can twist, rotating your spine as well. This will help open up. This top hip is the goal on this one. Then of course there's the simple ones where you have your legs straight out and you lean forward. A lot of people, it's going to be hard to even sit up from here. I'd say about 50% of my clients are stuck here and cannot even get to here. So this is just a goal that will improve how your hips, legs, and feet feel. And then we have our quads, which is the front of your legs. You want to stretch them. If you can grab your foot like this, you do this. If not, you may need to use something else to assist you. But for now, you will grab your foot, and what you want to do is have your legs together, and you want the leg that you're stretching to at least be where your other leg is. This is not as effective as this. And then you pull it back as far as you can and incorporate curling those toes. And then rotate it out. And then pulling it across to the other side. You want to be getting all ranges of motion possible. So then you would do the other side. I don't recommend people doing it without holding on to something if they are not comfortable with their balance. So you grab, pull it back as far as you can, and then tuck those toes, and then rotate it out, and then rotate it across to the opposite hip, keeping this completely open. So that's what I have for stretches. There's something else that's extremely important for connective tissue health, especially out on the trail. But in everyday life, I use multi-mineral tablets because we're not getting enough minerals in our bodies through the foods that we're eating. So the Trace Minerals by Trace Mineral Research and magnesium tablets, also by Trace Mineral Research. You can get these on Amazon. This is a 3.5 month supply for $30 on Amazon. This is a 1 month supply on Amazon for $12. Any of my clients that I have had take these have a noticeable positive difference in their bodies and their connective tissue within 4 to 5 days. And then for inflammation, this turmeric is $11 on Amazon for an entire month. $11 for a month, and it's extremely light. And then arnica. Arnica is a wonderful natural herbal salve that you can take and use topically, and you rub it where anything is hurting, where you have a bruise, anything. Arnica is amazing to have with you and to use. And other things I would say is an omega-3 supplement, or at least consuming a lot of avocados and fish, and use avocado oil or olive oil to increase the amount of good omega-3s, which reduce inflammation throughout your body, which in turn helps your legs and your feet feel better. If you have any questions at all, please contact us or leave us a message. And good luck to everyone. Have a great day.